Hey everybody, how are we doing today? I am with two of my dear friends, Britt and Brittany. And they are definitely like two of my biggest supporters from the beginning. Do we need another light to hold on? We'll put boom, let there be light. Britt and Brittany have been two of the people that have always had my back from the beginning, and now they're getting into it too, and they're super, it's been natural for all of us, this card reading journey. So I'm gonna have Brittany do a reading for me. Britt, sorry. Whoa, duh. Like, I don't know. Britt's gonna do a reading for me from this amazing, beautiful Earth Magic Oracle deck. And she's gonna do a basic past, present, future, but I'm excited because I never get to get read for. I always read for people, so she's gonna do a reading for me.
Just so everybody knows, I do my jumpers last, because that's how they fit in.
Yes. Cool.
Alright.
So we're doing a past, present, future? Is that what you think?
Yep.
Cool. This deck's so beautiful.
It really is.
I love how everybody reads differently too, you know?
She feels them. Okay,
Past.
so past
Ooh.
represents the Milky Way in perspective. It's a beautiful card.
That's a good one.
I'm going to pick my cards and then I will read.
I see like infinite perspective in that card, like, but also tunnel vision. I don't know really anything about this deck.
I will explain.
I will explain. So that's my past position.
Alright, so
Yes.
present. Fairies, Earth Magic.
Yay,
That's
look at this card.
pretty
Oh
cool.
shit, it's so beautiful.
That is a pretty cool card for Nikki right now. That's her
That's
present.
awesome. I'm so excited.
That's perfect.
I'm so excited. And this is the future position. Oh, I'm so stoked. This is beautiful. I love that card.
These are beautiful as is. Even the jumpers. I already feel
I just
it.
peeked over it.
I already feel it.
There. Yep.
Her hand, I saw it shaking.
Yeah.
Now this is a really cool card for her future. Summer Solace.
Oh, awesome.
Radiant.
Radiance.
Aw.
Oh,
Milky
First
Way
summer.
perspective.
This is awesome.
Past. Fairies, Earth Magic. Future. And then Summer
present.
Solace Radiance. That's a beautiful reading.
Past,
Jasmine.
present, future.
yeah.
Oh,
Alright.
and my niece Sophia, her birthday is on the summer solstice, June 21st. That's so awesome.
This is awesome.
I also had two jumpers. One of them, the first one,
Synergy.
was Green Man Synergy, which is actually a pretty cool card.
That is cool synergy.
Another card I pulled was Childhood Innocence.
So funny because I kind of embody both. People have
Yes,
always
you
said
do.
I have an old soul, but like I still have that fresh,
Yeah,
like welcoming
you
eyes.
You can do like
Yep,
kids
you
stuff.
Yeah.
do. You do. and that's perfect.
Alright, so pass. I'm still learning, so I read and then I interpret.
Hey, everybody's still learning. If you think you're enlightened, you are wrong. Hey,
Hey, there's always something to learn.
This is definitely real for me though, I feel it to the core.
That's awesome.
If I can find the card.
I've been thinking about changing up my styles too, because like when you feel the cards like that, but when I shuffle, I feel them.
I feel like I can see you. You stop when you're all of a sudden you stop. Like you're
Yeah.
shuffling hardcore and then you're like, stop.
Yeah.
And you
I
know you
literally
feel it.
feel the energy.
I know.
like,
I watch
You
your hand
think-
tremble.
yeah, it
I watch
goes-
your hand tremble.
It goes fat, like from a slower to a.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Literally does it. I
Alright,
can tell
so
both of your styles. Like
the Milky Way is perspective. The Milky Way is said to be one of billions of galaxies in the observable universe. It contains between 200 and 400 billion stars. One of the most familiar to us is being the Sun, the oldest star in our galaxy, 13.2 billion years old, said to be nearly as old as the universe itself, and the Earth is about 4.5 billion years old. Distances are measured in light years, and the Milky Way galaxy is believed to be 100,000 light years in diameter.
Wow.
The enormity of vastness stagger in the mind and challenge imagination, yet it also gives us some notion of where we fit in all this. Considered from this perspective, our usual frame references puts it a task. We're faced with a choice of abandoning our myopic vision in favor of seeing and accepting the bigger picture. Or we can just allow ourselves to be overwhelmed by a sense of smallness and helplessness. Yet know that we're composed of material from those very stars that inhabit the Milky Way. Thus we're connected to Earth and the entire universe at all times, in life and in death. And I think that's funny because, Earth, that's your element.
Yeah.
And death represents a Scorpio.
Well, yeah, water's my element, which is like 80% of the earth. And,
exactly.
And yeah, death and rebirth consistently is a Scorpio thing,
My lover
Like-
Brittany is also a water sign,
Yes.
Scorpio.
Scorpio.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a Taurus,
Grounded.
Pretty
Grounded.
cool.
My best friends are Tauruses.
You have lost your perspective, so it's time
In the
to step-
past.
In the past, yes.
This is the past
This is the past card. I'm
Mhm.
still there. Yeah.
So true.
So,
First
which makes a
sentence
lot
already
of
resonate.
sense.
So it's time
Because
to
you've
step
found your way
back,
now.
breathe, and allow yourself to detach in order to gather information from your senses and regain perspective about the situation.
So true.
Detachment does not mean that you no longer care. It simply indicates that you are looking at things from a different point of view, which just totally resonates with me about you because,
The past
we've
2
all been
years.
coming into this
Yeah.
beautiful sense of life that
Lightning.
people don't really acknowledge.
No,
enough.
they don't. And there's gifts people have every day that they're not even
Aware.
honoring.
Yeah,
And
or-
yeah.
Or aware of, yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's so wow. That totally about in 2012, the beginning of my awakening, I was like, I'm gonna be more positive and da da da. And then I came into the crystals, and then I came into the tarot reading. So that
Yes.
totally is accurate, 100%.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's crazy.
It's an outlook that is not clouded by emotions, judgment, or attachment to outcome, but instead
just knew.
maintains a non-reactive awareness of these things, which is awesome because it's hard for people to realize that, there's a lot more to life than just what we do every day. And coming into this, I feel like is a gift, and I feel like you've got that gift.
Definitely.
I feel like that's why people are placed around you too. Like-minded people are
Right.
placed around you. Like
If I didn't
Yeah,
have Nikki
exactly.
as my friend, I'd probably be the craziest one of the people around here.
She would.
I'm just
She
kidding.
would, like, no,
People
I-
just look at me that way,
yeah, because they don't know how to
Taurus.
handle.
That
Our,
means they're closed-minded,
yeah,
and
they don't know
the
how
more
to
open,
handle our reality.
I'm
Yeah.
a believer of the 35
nice
steps
to
of
Kitty.
reincarnation. So the more open you get spiritually, the further you can get in your lives. It's really great. The witness, that internal aspect of your life that simply observes everything in your life, offers his or her eyes here. Through these lenses of pure awareness, you can examine all aspects of your experiences, physical, emotional, and mental, without denying anything, because we've had this shit proven to
Yeah,
us.
seriously.
By doing so, you will come to understand a greater perspective than typically justified by the ego, which allows you to see what is before you with clear vision and open mind.
That's
For
beautiful.
past, dude, that is like
That's beautiful. That's perfect. That's
Spot
perfect.
on for your past.
Yeah.
I mean, you've definitely grown in
Seriously.
the past, 4 years.
Yeah,
That
that's
has
so
been insane.
like since I became a mother and
Yeah.
everything, just like that is so perfect.
being a mother also
Yep.
helped me figure
Yes,
my shit out.
all of us.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Definitely changes you. And then it kind of,
It
it kind of helps
ties
you
in.
broaden your mind and like start to look at everything differently. And once you start looking at everything differently, you can kind of like, some of this stuff actually kind of becomes aware,
Makes
like it becomes
sense.
more aware to you, like you open your mind to all of it.
So this is the present position.
Yes.
Yes.
The present fairies earth magic.
I love that card.
It's beautiful. All these cards, the earth magic deck is so beautiful.
I know, that's what I love about the cards.
Even the
Earth
backs. Can we look at the backs for a second? They're beautiful. The grounding tree.
That's so
beautiful.
awesome. I love it.
I like
The
what was
roots
behind it.
underground, you know?
Moon.
And then, yeah. It's beautiful.
All right. Fairies are nature spirits thought to be descended from the early tribes, particularly Tithuna and Dinanan. Sorry if that's not right.
Yeah, I do that.
Associated with the goddess Donna, who once ruled Ireland, that inhabited the British Isles. Over time, these ancient people conquered and displaced, and they fled to areas where humans didn't venture, ultimately becoming increasingly smaller and less visible in order to better hide themselves. Fairies have assumed responsibility for the plants and the trees, or the standing ones. They work with earth magic to help take care of these beings. And if you ask, they'll help you with your garden or your yard. And they also have the power of enchantment and shape-shifting. Now, shape-shifting can be, you know...
I've seen shape-shifting.
Yeah, shape-shifting can be...
It's intense.
Like for me, when I was a child, I shape-shifted when I went to my dad's house versus when I went to my mom's house. Like, I was two completely different people, but I still had... I don't see.
You still had your basic root yourself.
Right. Like,
and
I
you
still
have to be
knew
careful
me.
because negative entities will also shapeshift into things like fairies and into things like people who you think
Are enchanting
are
charming and
yes, to try to fool you. So you need to really be versed if you're going to be messing around with earth magic and things like that. That's why we ground ourselves before each reading.
Meditate.
We protect ourselves, and we close down the doors afterward. Also, it's very serious. Keep crystals with you, things like
crystals are awesome. Rocks are awesome.
that. We find ours
they
out
really
in
help.
nature ourselves. We buy them too, but I like to find mine.
There's nothing like being in nature, no matter what earth sign you are, like element sign you are, or whatever. Alright, fairies have assumed responsibility for the plants and the trees, the standing ones. They work with earth magic to take care of these beings, and if you ask, they'll help you with your garden or yard. They also have the power of enchantment and shape-shifting. Fairies appreciate it when we show them through our actions that we love earth as much as they do.
Aww.
And consequently, they bestow a little of their earth magic upon us.
That's cool.
You have the same power available to you as the fairies do.
Earth magic, that's what I always say I want to work with. It's so funny.
It's the best one, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It starts with loving the earth through your heartfelt gratitude and appreciation.
Absolutely.
But more important, through your actions. I can't express this enough, like
my daughter, don't litter. We have to teach our children if we're going to raise the vibration. And
I teach my son how to build a chair
Yeah.
out of sticks that we pull
Yeah.
out of the woods. You sand them down, form them, make them beautiful. Anything and everything comes from what was given to us on this earth. So, that appreciation should always be there.
It should be, totally. Dude, I agree 100%.
That's something I feel strongly
Yeah.
about. Loving the earth through your heartfelt gratitude and appreciation, but more important, through your actions. The fairies can help you reconnect in a more intimate way with the earth, and all they require is your willingness to pay attention to the trees and the plant life around you and demonstrate your care, which this one's been doing.
Ever since I was a kid. That's why in childhood.
That might be why that one popped out. The childhood card. Whether you live in a small space or have an expansive of land, make it a point to especially be attentive to your surrounding vegetation. Plant something, get your hands in the dirt, and do so with love and enthusiasm.
Get dirty.
Every flower, tree, or shrub you are tending is a living being, so treat each like you would a dear friend. Ask the fairies to help you take care of these friends, and you will be rewarded many times over. Now, can I just say that I lived under a bridge at one point in Manchester, had nothing, literally nothing. But under that bridge was my space. I cleaned up the area, I made it look beautiful, and it was as comforting as anything could be at that time.
Exactly.
So,
home is where your heart is, and home is where you're putting your love and your intention into, and presently I think this card is asking me to remember that and to harness that and to ask others for help when I need it, and
to go on a hike with BRIT soon.
Yeah. And that we're all working together to help raise the vibration. That's so huge. This is beautiful. Let's see the future. I'm excited.
All right, future. Summer solstice.
Solstice
radiance. Sorry, I'm not a good reader.
That's okay.
Oh, cool. I opened right up to it.
You'll start doing that a lot.
The word solstice originates from the Latin solstice. Solstium, which means stationary or stopped.
Like the longest day of the year.
Yeah.
It's the summer. Oh, sorry.
Stidi sun sol. This is because twice during the solar year the sun appears to rise and set in the same place for several days. It seems to be taking a much needed rest before making the next circuit across the sky from one solace to the next. Its ceaseless, predictable certainty having existed before the time of our ancestors. There are stories in many cultures that personify the sun as a deity, either male or female, often riding the sun across the sky in a boat or chariot. With the summer solace comes accumulation of the sun's travels that have led to the longest days of the year. The light is now at its fullest and has provided its own brand of nourishment to the land and all its inhabitants. Celebrations and ceremonies around passion and playfulness are themes. We feel an innate desire to be outdoors in the natural world and reap the benefits of the longest days of the year. We instinctually seek the light during this cycle, and there is an abundance of it. Let the radiance of the sun inspire your inner radiance to shine forth. Release your concerns about what may happen in the future and focus on appreciating everything you have that is good and right. This is just such an amazing
That's so true. Like right now I'm really like things aren't the greatest for me right now. I won't get into it, but I am appreciative of what I do have. My daughter, my partner of 15 years, which is in my job, you know, like this gift that I've been given, my mentor. She gave me a gift that no one could ever give me again, was to speak to a lost loved one, and I'm harnessing this gift and I'm going with it. I want to help people. This is what I want to do, and I've also inspired other people in turn to help people, and it's fucking beautiful.
She made me go through some crazy shit.
It's beautiful, dude. Like, it's radiant.
It is radiant.
Yeah.
And I think that's what brings us to your jumper, which is Synergy.
Yeah.
The Green Man. It's also another beautiful card.
Synergy's like connecting, right? Through energy.
Synergy's great. Brittany and I got that. We create synergy.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. This is my first time being on video.
Oh, I just pretend like it's not even there. No one's even there.
I'm looking for
Green
Synergy.
Man. Yeah, Green Man. Green Man. And if you want to just read the italics because of the time frame. Like, that's the part I try to memorize for my own interpretation. Can I touch this?
It's the best part. Yeah, go for it.
This is like, this card is kind of hard to see what it all is, but it's plants, I believe.
Well, if you notice,
and tropical.
It's also symmetrical.
Yeah. Yes.
And everything works together. It's all in nature.
Yeah.
Which all this layout has to do with nature,
This
which I think
layout's
is great.
fucking beautiful. This is one of the best I've gotten out of this deck.
You have the advantage of an incredible synergy at this time. A flow of life is guiding you, whereas things just seem to fall in place and move about your business. You are in a mutually cooperative interaction with Spirit, and your will is aligned with the will of Spirit, and your mission is congruent with your sense of purpose. When this is happening, there is a synergy, a way that your life force is continually coming into balance with the forces of nature. Boom. And there's also amazing. A synergy between your spiritual awareness and your personal self and or ego.
Yes.
Be aware of the various idiosyncrasies. Like the little like things when you look at the clock every day and you see 11:11, like the little I totally do.
Yeah, the little things every day that you notice are adding up, you know.
Okay, there's also a synergy. Okay, where am I? It is what the word she said.
Idiosyncrasies
of your ego, and do not take any of them too seriously. Know that your higher self is always looking out for your best interests. In this cycle, tune into that guidance, however it shows up, and you will find that you move through life with greater ease due to synergetic balance of forces expressing themselves as you.
That's such a beautiful.
I don't have one. I got one.
And then childhood.
And then that's
This reading is amazing.
I don't want my car.
Yeah, it's up in the corner of my room, on the right corner.
Okay.
This is so true, Andrew. This reading is crazy. It's past, present, future. It's crazy.
Perfect.
Innocence. Okay, this is for childhood innocence, obviously. Okay. Innocence is not simply the lack of guilt or shame, but a quality in itself of one that you naturally possess when you first come into this existence. There are challenges you have faced throughout life that have further shaped your personality and character. You have also likely encountered moments following disappointment or loss when you tune sour or cynical. And no doubt have had times when layers of anger or fear block the flow of your vitality or your life force. Yet in spite of all of this, there is a core of innocence in you that can reawaken by releasing any shame that has covered over the truth of who you are. Take any opportunity to heal this shame and let it go so you can revisit that state of purity. Doing so helps you see every moment with fresh eyes and removes the filters that inhibit your light and love from coming forth. You truly are a child of God, so allow yourself to be that.
That's beautiful, man.
Can I just say, I can only do earth magic so far for my cards, and I feel like that was a very accurate
This was
one.
so spot on. This is how I was realizing in the past that there was more. Just really quickly, I had gifts when I was younger, like I would see apparitions and things like that, and then through years of drug abuse, my dream premonition went away.
Yep, mine
And
too.
things like that, and then through years of recovery it started coming back, and so that is the past position of the card that is represented perfectly. Right now, earth magic and fairies, I'm still in very much the infancy of all this, but it's telling me that I'm going in the right direction.
This bitch has got it down.
To keep harnessing like this beautiful gift that I've been given and I'm totally into earth magic like she is, and to totally just harness, fuck the ego and just step into your power and rejoice in it and use it. And I'm using it because I want to help people understand their power. And the summer
Which she helped me do.
And the summer solstice, thank you. And the summer solstice just about radiance and about how, in the future, I believe that symbolizes that I will just hopefully continue to bring positive light to people, because we are all light beings. As it said in the Milky Way card, we're made up of, the particles of this star, because we are all light entities. And whether you realize it or not, you are a light entity. And, I hope in the future that I can just continue to bring radiance to people. Because that was so beautiful. I'm so happy right now. I feel like light and floaty. Like, that is amazing. Yeah, this deck again is the
She will.
again, this deck is the Earth Energy Oracle card deck. It is their deck, not my deck. And that was such a beautiful reading. Thank you, Britt,
Of
for
course,
doing a reading on my channel.
Dude,
and
I
we're going to
really
be doing
felt
stuff
that.
like this all the time. Thank you all.
Really,
Namaste. We love you.
that was like